3. Colorado wins the series in 5. Colorado goal is second for playoffs, scored by number 42, Josh Manson. The assist number 37, Casey Middlestad. Top of the goal, 1958. Manson's second for Middlestad at 1958.
Hey guys, so this will be the last proper video of the season. Every video afterwards is technically the next season, but you know how it is. Jets lose 6-3 to the Colorado Avalanche. Before we get anywhere, I would like to congratulate the Avalanche fans. Your team won fair and square. It was a great series. Well, it wasn't a great series, but it was a good fight. And the Avalanche, unfortunately for us, but fortunate for you, have come up victorious. We're going to... Actually, no, I can't flip this around, because if I flip this around, the entire video will be upside down. It's like, oh, yeah, that'll be easy. No, it won't. So, there's a lot of emotion, obviously. I'm heartbroken. It hurts a lot to be here so early, yet again. We're going to go through this game because this game, I think, was probably the second best game of the series besides game one. I think these were the most evenly matched games, and actually Money Puck had us on the deserve to win-o-meter, if that's any consolation. That being said, the Jets don't get the job done. Let's get it going. First start, we get into the game, and the Jets are buzzing early. And then Kyle Connor scores to make it 1-0 reaction here. There! Oh! Good looks! Good looks! Yeah! He kind of scores. What actually happens is they're battling for the puck. Josh Manson goes, "Oh, I'll save the day." Pulls the puck up, blasts it off his own man and into the net. And the Jets get on the board and will take it no matter what. That would last for about 5 minutes until a beautiful pass from Devon Taves would find its way to Nichushkin's stick, who has been having a monster series, and he scores, make it 1-1 reaction here. Play up, hit. Damn it. Jesus. Also, I just want to get this out of the way. First off, too, I was obviously at the game. I wasn't on the live stream. My brother hosted it. Thank you all for tuning in. The live stream did monster numbers. It was great to see. It did over 2,000 views. Best live stream of the season for sure. Really do appreciate that. Even if whether you came in as an Avalanche fan or a Jets fan, I don't care. It's great that you guys came in and showed your support. I really do appreciate that. So we go to the end of the first period. We're going to get Carter's thoughts on this game, too.
Oh, man. So this is it. First round exit. And, yeah, that sucks. We're able to battle hard 2 periods. Unfortunate bounce off Pionk's stick. The Avalanche were the better team in the series. It's just, that's the way it was. I'm very, very frustrated by the fact that after Bones saw success with Ehlers, Scheifele, and Velarde, he decided to change the lineup. Because if it ain't broke, Bones will try to fix it, and then it will go wrong. I think there needs to be a question about Rick Bowness with the way that is not his systems. I don't have a problem with his systems, but just insisting a line that doesn't works. It's incredibly frustrating. This stinks. 5 games, lost the same way we did to Vegas twice. Win game 1, 4 straight. Sucks. And so I'm looking forward to Bomber season. I'll be seeing AEW Dynamite tomorrow in Winnipeg. That'll be fun. We'll probably be streaming WWE Backlash this weekend. Yeah, and then we might do some streams for other series in the playoffs, but that's the end of the road for the Jets. So, till next year. So, back to Zach.
So, the second period, it's funny. So, the first period, it's funny. Looking at the first period, I didn't like it. I actually didn't. I think the Jets were lucky to get away with 1 goal in that game. They didn't deserve to have it. There was a couple bounces that just missed rebounds, that just missed Avalanche forwards. And from that, the Jets were able to not give up goals. Also, too, let's get this out of the way. People were mad that Hellbuck was in net. I don't think it would have mattered who was in net. You could have had Jesus Christ in net, and he still would have given up at least 4. That Avalanche team is loaded, and we'll get to why this was kind of an inevitable disaster waiting to happen, because this Winnipeg Jets team was, shall we say, a Greek tragedy. It was like a Shakespearean play. There was all well intentions, and the wheels slowly fell off the bus. We go to the second period, and Jets give up a goal. They give Yakov Trenin way too much room. And he scores to make a 2-1 reaction here.
Oh. Good Lord, no. No. Damn it. They let him way open.
A lot of rough stuff. I'm not even going to talk about the officiating, if all due respect. I'll say this, just blanket statement. I don't think it's been good. I think it's been very bad. And I think Avalanche fans, at the very least, will admit with me that it's been bad. Blanket statement, there it is. Jets were using a lot more physicality, though, in the second period. Happy to see Ryan Suit or Zach Parise okay. He takes a real tough hit. It's a clean hit because he's falling down, and there's nothing we can really do to defend ourselves against that. As is the hit on Makar later. It's not, like, deliberate. It's Makar's just in the way. But, yeah, Jets being a little bit physical, but just way too lackadaisical in their own zone. And once again, Neil Pionk, I think you got to move him in the offseason. If you got to buy him out anything, we'll get to more of him later, but Neil Pionk loses Yakov Trenin, and he just grinds away at this puck. Somehow they gave 2 assists here to Avalanche forwards. I'm shocked that it wasn't just an unassisted goal, because I didn't think there was enough room for that to happen, but I digress. Jets get a power play later, finally, and Chris Jericho goes to hype up the crowd. And on the ensuing power play, they blast it to make it 2-2 reaction here.
Walk a little. Oh, they're really blocking off Velarde. So Shife's got to walk it.
Also, there's a Hellebuck tribute for him getting Vezina nomination. I don't want to show that. I really don't. It's not bad about Hellebuck. It just feels off, doesn't it? That would hold until Arturi Lehkonen. So, Neil Pionk is kind of lucky because he's lucky this isn't the game-winning goal. Because if this is the game-winning goal, I don't think Neil Pionk makes it out of Winnipeg in one piece. Arturi Lehkonen fires this pass across, but there's no Avalanche player anywhere near. Like, there's no one in the same area code. Pionk instinctively throws his stick at it and taps it right into the Winnipeg Jets net. Reaction here.
No! Neil Pionk! Neil Pionk! Neil Pionk, I swear to God. Neil!
I'm devastated by that goal, first off. Also, by the way, aren't Josh Manson and Neil Pionk going to be in a great defensive pair on the Kunlun Red Star next year? Because they're both going to the KHL, if you ask both fan bases. Yeah, it's tough. It's a toughie for sure. You don't like to see that, no matter what, but it happens. They booed Pionk a bit after this, and I felt really bad for him. He had a really good shift after this, but you can't get over the glaring mistakes. We go to the second intermission, and what time is it?
Moose Watch!
It's Moose Watch. So, well, obviously the Moose season's over. However, I've been keeping updates. The Norfolk Admirals with a bunch of the AHL contract players and Dmitry Kuzmin, who is a prospect, so it counts, advanced the other night over the French team. The French team with the really cool lion logo. They won in 5 games, so they're going to round 2 of the Kelly Cup. Wyatt Bongiovanni, who the Moose traded this year, is thriving on the Belleville Senators. They're going to the second round after beating the Toronto Marlies. I just thought I'd update that. Also, here's the more important things. Jacob Julian's team the London Knights are 2-1 in round 3 of the playoffs, while Dominic DiVincente's team is down 2-1. I think they're down 2-1 in their series, or it's 2-0, but either way, just there's some prospect development there. And Elias Salmonson, who I would like to see make the leap, honestly, to the NHL next year. I think he's probably our best defensive prospect right now. Just won the SHL Championship League in 5 games, and he played monster minutes. I'm looking forward to seeing his development next year, and I honestly could say he could possibly crack the bottom pair roster spot. We go to the third period now, and the Jets get a massive boost with Tyler Toffoli showing up to get the Jets back into a tie game.
Fire it! Fire it! Yeah!
And you know what? That gets it tied 3-3. And then you know what? The one thing that I think the Jets were good at doing all series, finally they give these up. Mikko Rantanen, I don't want to say he's had a bad series because he's got a lot of points in this series. That being said, he has 0 goals in the series going into Game 5. I think for the most part, the Jets have been great at limiting Mikko Rantanen's effectiveness in front of the net. And that all comes dramatically crashing down as Mikko Rantanen tips a beautiful shot past Connor Hellebuck. No chance for Hellebuck here to make it 4-3.
Oh! Damn it.
End up being the series winner. However, he would tack on another one as McKinnon creates a beautiful 2-on-1 chance. If Niederreiter just Niederreiter has to take this interference penalty. He has to interfere with McKinnon here, because he's got to keep this a 1-goal hockey, and he doesn't. He gives it to Rantanen and on a pass across, and they score to make it 5-3 reaction here.
You dare. No, no, no. Fuck.
And then after this is really frustrating, because the air is sucked out of out of Canada Life, and I get that. I agree with that. That being said, there's a TV timeout, and I have never been so angry watching a TV timeout. Every single Avalanche player on the ice is huddled around their coach, and they're writing up plays, and the Jets are all kind of strolling around on the ice. What team looks like if you were just watching this and didn't know the score, you'd think the Avalanche were down by 2. Like, there's commitment there, there's buying in, and also too, I think it adds to the narrative that I would like to say here, that I think Rick Bowness is done with the Winnipeg Jets. I think he's struggled to really get the message across in the playoffs, but also too, I actively don't like some of the moves he made. Last year, it's ironic. It's actually poetic, as a Shakespearean story would say. Last year, Rick Bowness was the guy trying to drag this team upwards. This year, Rick Bowness is the anchor that is holding the Winnipeg Jets back. They keep Cole Perfetti out of this series until Game 5. He looked like he belonged. They keep Colin Miller out of this series. He got an assist tonight and was probably the second best, probably the best right defenseman, honestly, today, I'd say. I think that's a fair statement. I wasn't thrilled with DeMello's game, but like, I think easily he's there. He has to be there above Dylan. And after the Jets have such an amazing, great first 2 periods, because honestly, even though the Jets are down after these first 2 periods, they're playing good hockey. He goes back to the lineup of games 1 to 4. The games that you put yourself in a 3-game hole. Why? Like, what was the point of doing all that work to get yourself here, just to immediately self-sabotage yourself by going back to the old lineups? Like, I'm not going to pretend to be this master NHL coach. I'm not. I don't have any pedigree. I have nothing. But if something worked to get you to this point, run with it. At least then you know you tried. But to revert back to the same, it was like watching a drug addict fail out of rehab. It was the saddest thing I've ever seen. Bless me. I don't feel blessed. But yeah, like, the fight just isn't there. There's not enough shots into screens. There's not enough screens from the shots. A lot of block shots. I have to give the Avalanche so much credit. The Jets never fully gave themselves adjusted defensively. The Avs did adjust defensively, and even though their goaltending, I think, if we're being honest, Avs fans, I don't think Georgiev is the be-all and end-all of goaltending. He had a good game tonight, and he's had good games for the rest for since Game 1. That being said, I think the real key to the Avalanche success defensively is their willingness to block shots and take away those lanes from guys going to the front of the net. That's where their success lies. They force Winnipeg's defensemen to the corners of the blue line, and then from there, they would just block everything and anything. And that was a very good ability for them to limit shots at Georgiev and high danger chances. Josh Manson does score a goal with like a second left in the game. Empty netter reaction here. And yeah, just like that, the Winnipeg Jets season is over. And I don't know. I don't want to harp on this too much, but changes need to be made. And I think we are going to talk about that in the coming weeks, in the coming days, in the coming months. I do want to take the opportunity now, just for my sake, to kind of reflect on this year, because this season's been a very good season for this channel, and part of that has been we kind of found a rhythm, and we found a lot more segments. There's PWHL news. You know what? I'm gonna walk over to my laptop. I'm not gonna do the intro because I don't even know if I think I still have it, but it takes a while to upload this. We're gonna do some PWHL quick things right now, because I'm pretty sure the playoffs. Really? Okay. So Boston, PWHL, New York's eliminated. Toronto and Montreal are in. Minnesota and Ottawa are sitting at 35 points with 2 games left. Boston is sitting at 32 points with 1 game left. So pretty much, as long as Minnesota and Ottawa don't lose both games cleanly and Boston doesn't win their game, it's a set playoff bracket. Yeah, there's that. That's the PWHL segment. And honestly, I wanted to kind of use that as a point to say I really am appreciative for this year. This year I got to meet a lot more people in the Winnipeg Jets community. It was really inspiring for me just to see so many like-minded individuals. This year was big. Our videos did a lot better. We didn't always have to do as many live streams as we've done in the past because the videos were so successful. And I owe all of that to you guys. You guys were an amazing support, and you gave a lot of feedback, and you stuck with us for either whether you showed up at game 1, game 82, or playoff game 5. I appreciate you all coming in. It's actually done a lot for me too. And I'm just gonna divulge a little bit here. My life, I've kind of been on a hamster wheel the past couple years, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And thanks to this success, I have really wanted to pursue sports journalism. And I owe a lot of it to your guys' feedback, to your guys appreciating the comments, appreciating all of this, the hard work that we put into this, because I don't want to say it's the hardest job, or it's not even a job. It's not a hard, it's just a hobby for me. It's a real passion project I have. But you guys make it so much more enjoyable for us, and I appreciate that. I will be back with live streams for round 2. I'm just on principle. I'm not going to do live streams for for round 1 for other teams. I'll do round 2 though. I'm just going to kind of give myself like a little breather room. The teams I'm looking forward to covering, if the Canucks make it, I would like to cover that series. I'd love to cover Canucks Oilers. I'm not going to cover the Rangers and Hurricanes, and I've said this in the past. I have friends that are Rangers fans, Renting New York Rangers. They live stream those games. That's their territory. I stay away from that. Unless the Rangers make the Stanley Cup final, I don't, or probably, I think the conference final might be actually where I draw it. I'm pretty sure it's Stanley Cup final, but it might be conference final, which is my role, but I don't cover those games. I might cover Colorado versus whoever. That would be a fun series to cover too. We'll see. It's just going to be live streams or watch parties like how you've seen. That's kind of the plan going forward. Also the plan going forward, AHL transactions and NHL transactions, the same as what I did last offseason, I will continue with this offseason. I'm going to be covering, I have a super long list of all of the players' contracts who are up. There's the typical Winnipeg Jets you know of. There's some you might not know of. For example, now Kyle Capobianco is a UFA. You probably didn't know that just because it's not highly talked about. Pretty much every single AHL contract is due, so I'll make videos on that. I'll just keep you guys in the know. And also too, Bombers content's coming up. Carter will cover it. Carter will be back for year 4, I think, actually, of that now. And our Star Wars content. We love doing that on Wednesdays. We're going to do Tales of the Empire, and we are going to finish up with the Bad Batch probably later tomorrow. I'm going to probably give this video a little room to breathe for a couple hours. And Carter will also do wrestling live streams, and we might cover the AEW tomorrow. It depends. Yeah, it's a little early for us to be out. This team has a lot of questions. I'm not losing faith at all in this team. I believe this core can win, but they need to make adjustments and be willing to sit with those adjustments. And they need to lean into the analytics that made them successful. This has been a bad series for Winnipeg, and if anything, I feel like this puts a lot of people off. It doesn't totally for me, because overall this was a good season. That being said, the playoffs were lackluster. That being said, as well, I think this was the worst matchup for us. I think we would have done better with any other matchup. Colorado, though, was a bad matchup, but it showed us that there are levels to this, and that there are levels for us still to achieve. Once again, I'm Zachary Nolan. I appreciate all your guys' support. I hope you all have a great day, great morning, great night whenever you watch this video. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time, and we'll just play it out with the sounds of Canada Life Center.